It's not.
Okay, I can have your attention. I'm going to call this meeting to order. The minutes were emailed out. I will ask for any additions, corrections, or approval to the minutes. Yes, somebody want a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved. Let's move right into the official action of our meeting today. Resolution 1224, providing for an increase in electric rates effective beginning with the revenue month of July 2010.
Yes, Commissioners, I'll remind you that on first reading last month, you approved this margin increase. But I also want to remind you that it's come up several times over the last several years. Initially, this was planned for 2006. It was postponed and reduced. We will not have a full presentation today because you all had that in April. You had it again last month. But I will recognize Mark Walker, who will give you the highlights of this margin rate increase.
Commissioners, I do just want to take a few minutes and go over for you the major components of the proposed margin increase, many of which, or all of which we've discussed with you before. But as you will recall, this rate action represents only our second electric margin increase since 1991. The other occurred in July of 2002 when customer bills were raised approximately 4%. To put that, I guess first of all, explain again what margin is. Margin is that portion of a customer's bill that we retain to pay for our own distribution system costs. And the rest, about approximately 80% of the customer's bill, is paid directly to TVA for wholesale power costs. So only one in the past 19 years, that was 4%, 2002. To put that in perspective, the cumulative rate of inflation over that same period of time has been 55%. So our single rate action up until now has been less than 1/10 of the cumulative rate of inflation. As Ms. Roach just stated, it was originally planned for the summer of 2006. And through aggressive cost cutting, through the use of some additional debt over that period of time, we have been able to defer it for 4 years. And as a result, save in total $50 million for our electric system customers. And if you break that down just to the average residential customer, that's $130 in savings over that 4-year period of time. With respect to the structure of the increase, for our residential and small commercial customers, which constitute over 98% of our total electric system customers, we're only increasing the customer charge portion of their bill and leaving the energy charge unchanged. And you may recall we showed some comparisons a couple of months ago that our residential electric customer charges and small commercial customer charges rank among the very lowest of all TVA distributors. For residential, 151st out of 158. For the small commercial, 154th lowest out of 158. So we feel it is appropriate to increase those customer charges. For residential, that means an additional, we'll be adding $1.91 to the monthly residential bill as we raise the customer charge from its current level of $6.09 to $8. So $1.91 for every residential customer on their monthly bill. And based on current monthly bills, that's about an increase of approximately 2% for them. And as we talked about in April and also last month, the increase is necessary to support the electric system capital program, $250 million over the next 5 years. Without the proposed increase, we would have to issue a significant additional amount of debt, and that would significantly impact the financial soundness of the electric division. So the prudent and reasonable, feasible economic thing to do is to have the electric margin increase. It helps us to support the capital program and maintain the financial soundness of the electric division. And lastly, if approved today by the board on second reading, it will be reflected on customer bills beginning next month in July. And that's really the key components. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Apparently, we have already done a press release, something that was all over the news this morning.
That was a teaser related to, they know that it's coming up today, but we will issue a press release after this meeting based on your action.
And they seem to be simultaneously announcing a TVA fuel costs. It said 4 or 5 consecutive months. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I guess going back to March or maybe February, the FCA has been positive and been adding additional amounts to customer bills, and obviously we can flow that directly through. And that'll continue in June, and will also continue in July as well.
It seems like oil and natural gas, et cetera, stabilizer going down. Am I reading things wrong?
Natural gas has certainly stabilized over the last several months, or last 12 months or so. But TVA, to some extent, had been flowing back some credits to customers. Those credits have now all been flowed back, so you're seeing some increases as those credits have gone away.
Are there more questions concerning this resolution? We need a motion.
I move that we approve resolution 1224. Second reading.
Motion and a second. Any comment? Is there any public comment?
No.
Mr. Coley.
Commissioner Anderson.
Aye.
Commissioner Cannell.
Aye.
Commissioner Jones.
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson.
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons.
Aye.
Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Commissioner Williams. Aye. Resolution 1224 passes on second reading, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Resolution 1229, requesting authorization for the condemnation of easements related to wastewater system project within the Fort Creek pump line.
Yes, as you all know, from time to time, we need condemnation authority to proceed with construction projects. I'll recognize Julie Childers, which will describe this project and indicate the condemnations that are required.
Good afternoon. Today I have Resolution 1229 to present for your consideration. The scope of the project includes a sewer trunk line that extends from the area of Brookvale down North Shore all the way to the Ballin Drive area. The existing trunk line today follows the creek just as this does in this area, but the existing trunk line crosses North Shore, continues down along the creek and behind these businesses on North Shore. You may remember that during the Friday, when we got the Friday letter, we had additional properties included, more than we're showing on the map today. The reason is we had included some properties that are on the east side of North Shore, where we're going to bring connections from the old trunk line over to the new. We've decided to do that a different way, using some rehabilitation of the existing trunk line and reconnecting those customers out to the back where they are today. So for that reason, we dropped off several of the properties on the list, and right now we have 7 on the list, 2 of which we've already obtained, and 5 of which are